Will sort of is obviously desperately trying to find his family, and his father pops out of nowhere, saves him from being nabbed by the police, which he initially went to for help, and then has to reveal these closely held secrets in this moment of absolute horror and panic, as far as your average human being is concerned. And he reveals to Will that he's been working with the CIA, or he's sort of a wing of the agency, which he calls it. And it's incredibly difficult for Will to accept. One, because his father's never been there for him. He's never been a supportive person. And two, it's because he's lived a lie, as far as Will's concerned, his entire life. And I think that Will wants any reason to hate his dad, no matter the situation. He just needs another excuse to say F you. And sure enough, this is another situation. And it hurts even more. The family's gone. He feels alone. He's with one member of his family. And he's forgotten all the past stuff because it's, okay, let's get the family back. And then that family member makes him feel even more alone by revealing that he's not the person who Will thinks he is. It's in his genes. His father is made of that kind of stock. And Will is his son, after all. If not by personality, then definitely by blood. And Will gets blood in this story. And as much as he does survive by the skin of his teeth and by blind luck, there are moments where a level head and a sense of attack as opposed to flee really kick in. The preparation for this role was different indeed. I mean, I came off a job previously where I had to be super fit and sort of the killer of men. And this one was quite the opposite. I was told I wasn't allowed to do a single press-up or sit-up. I had to eat and drink as much as possible and be as average and normal as I possibly could within that short space of time, because I literally was off the back of the last job. And it was just an idea of the preparation was be less competent, walk with less balance, try and for example, in a high stress situation, my last character was very much the kind of guy who'd react perfectly. In this kind of thing, Will doesn't react that way at all. He runs or he fires blindly and tries to survive and happens to survive by pure luck. And so the preparation-wise, it was different. It's difficult to do prep for that. You kind of have to just feel it in the moment and run with it. But the most difficult thing was, I suppose, getting out of shape. It was, try and be as out of shape as possible, so it's believable. Well, I gotta say, being the target of Ripley is Sigourney's fantastic. I really, really do. I really enjoy working with her. She's a wonderful woman and fantastic actress. And being her target, as much as it's horrifying in the moment and scary, it's a pleasure at the same time. Well, I mean, it's naturally sort of having someone like Bruce with his action figure status in a movie like this is fantastic, and especially the way the story goes, where you almost expect it to be a John McClane come out all over again. You see an inkling of it, and then all of a sudden, it's gone. Mabrook asked me specifically not to learn Spanish and not to explore the city, purely because if you have a familiar place which you're shooting in, I mean, admittedly, after take 6 or 7, the area becomes more familiar. But if you really are wandering blind and you're seeing new sights, as much as Will is a little bit blinkered and just trying to survive at the time, it does enhance that aspect of it being strange and different. And when you have people chatting away in Spanish, you have no idea what they're saying, which is why he said, do not learn Spanish, rather than recognizing certain words. Because once you're in the moment, if you hear someone say, whatever it may be, you may clock that and register it, as opposed to it being just a wall of noise around you as you're trying to survive in a very strange place.